Alright guys, we're going to be giving away this M24 anti-tank grenade in next week's episode. So if you want the chance to win this, all you have to do is make sure you guys like the video, comment down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. I'll be giving this away in next week's episode. Alright guys, so in this episode, I believe this is episode 19 of Building D-Day and Lego. What we're going to be working on is, one, I'm going to slowly start to clean up the mock. As you can see, what I did do in, not last week's episode, but kind of in between episodes, is I cleaned this all off. So all this, it's nice and clean. Even over there is nice and clean too. So we got plenty of space here to put, bins of parts and whatnot and work. So that's a good thing. What I am going to be working on primarily is I'm probably going to, let's see, I'd like to incorporate a couple more craters back here if I can. If not, what I'm going to be working on is I'm going to be putting down layers of detailing pieces all up in front, directly behind the bunkers. I'm going to leave some of these back areas like here and here blank because we might put some structures there of some kind. So I'm not going to go any further back than like right about here. So all the way down there, all that, and then all up front here. I'm going to work on this transition a little bit more, and then I'm hopefully going to figure out what I want to do as far as putting tiles in here. I know I want to put more in here, but I also want to do some battle damage concrete and whatnot, but I also have to keep in mind that there's going to be some sort of gun in placement, so it's going to be semi-covered, so I don't want to waste too much time and pieces on that. And I also want to make all this battle damage, figure out the right height that I want this to be. If I stick a minifigure down here, how much of his helmet do I want showing up over this ridge? And then these will all have tiles on the top of it as well. And then if I have time, hopefully fill that in and get that done. But first things first, we're going to start working on layering. I might set up the time lapse and get that going, but we're going to start right now. Alright guys, this is what I've got so far. So I got this little section pretty much done, if this will focus, there we go. I got this section done pretty much how I want it. I really like how dense I was able to pack this compared to back here. It's way more open. I like the density of that, so I might try to apply that back here as well. Back here, I just didn't pack enough grass stalks tightly enough together. Up here, I really packed them like right next to each other. I don't know if I like where that bush sits, but we can play with that. And what I started to do is I'm thinking I want to put some barbed wire. So I got two more pieces. I'll put one here and one here. I might put one in front of this bunker and one maybe around the side, just to add some more detail to the mock, give it some more flavor as far as, instead of just all, grass and whatnot. So what I'm doing here is, first, I originally had put those down, but then I realized I should probably do the layering first, then put those down, then put the grass and foliage over. So what I did here is I've started doing the layering work. This is just kind of what it looks like. I'm using everything from regular tan to bring out a little bit more color. As you can see back here, that looks, every now and then, that looks pretty good. I'm using some reddish brown. I'm using some more dark tan just to give it more dimension. Reddish brown, I don't know if I mentioned that already. Regular Lego green, dark green, and then that's some dark flesh there. So I'm using a little bit of everything. I'm slowly but surely filling this in. I'll be adding some more detailing, more color around here. And like I said, I'll be working pretty much wrapping around the bunkers and whatnot. So I'm going to put those barbed wires down here, finish up the layering here, and start applying basically this all the way down. I hope you guys like it. Like I wanted to preface, I'll probably talk about this later on, but this is not going to be a completely 100% accurate D-Day mock. Obviously, Omaha Beach, there's a bunch of different beaches that was, participated in D-Day, I guess you could say, and this is just kind of my rendition of it from all the books, documentaries, everything I've watched. This is kind of what I picture it in my head, so it's not going to be 100% accurate. I just want to replicate it as best to my knowledge as I can in my head. So yes, there might not have been this much foliage, but I think it's going to look cool, so we're going to roll with it. I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you guys like the foliage as well. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll keep you guys posted in a little bit. Quick update as to what I've got done. So I've got about all this done here. So I added a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barbed wire. I think it's looking pretty good. I think the barbed wire, even though it's kind of covered up, it looks good because it's there, and the attention of keeping people out and just overall defense, I guess. I don't know, because with the Atlantic Wall, all I know, and from what I've seen pictures, like on the beach, we'll probably be doing this, but it was just crazy the amount of defenses they put, from all the hedgehogs and the landmines and the giant log structures that they put out in the water. And then last line of defense, you got barbed wire and bunkers. I think it's looking pretty good. So what I'm trying to do is I'm using up, I found this bag, I showed this in an episode, but it's got a lot of small detailing pieces, so I'm trying to use up some of those. We got some reddish brown ones and whatnot in there, so I'm trying to use up that bag. And then I've got an assortment here of bins with dark green and green parts in them. So what I'm doing is first, like I said, I'm doing the layering first with the different colored tiles and plates. Then what I'm doing is I'm trying to use not a whole lot of these, but a small amount, maybe, I don't know, a handful of these. As you can see, I've started putting those down in different spots. So I put these down first because these are harder to put down after you put the grass stalks on. So I put these down first. Then I come in and I normally take, this is all the olive green right here, olive green stalks that I have left. So just that little pile there. So what I do is I come in and I put little patches of them down first. So just the olive green. Then I come back in with the normal green ones and I just fill it in. And then every now and then I'll put a bush like there. I put a dark tan one back there just to kind of break things up. So that's kind of my order of operations. You have to put the layering down first, the larger bamboo pieces that are larger ground cover. Then I do the olive green and then the regular green. So that's kind of my process there. It's looking pretty darn good, so I'm going to keep continuing around there. Obviously, I'm not going to fill in that crater. We'll probably have some sort of explosion effect with some fire and whatnot when the mock is actually done. But for now, we're going to kind of skip over that and continue along that side of the left bunker. So let's keep working on it. Okay guys, what I've done since the last clip, I can't really remember where I left off in the last clip, but this is what I've worked on so far. So I'm just continuing the detailing around here. I've kind of wrapped around here with the layering once again. I'm using up a lot of the smaller parts, so I think I'll have enough to do what I want to as far as the detailing goes. I shouldn't have to order more, but we're definitely drying up on that resource. And then, like I said, how I talked about, I put down those bamboo pieces first and then the olive green pieces first. So I did all that. So I'm going to continue wrapping this around the bunker there. And if you notice, there's kind of a blank spot right there for detailing. That's because there's the door to the bunker back there. Actually, looking at that, I need to fix that. That is off by 2 studs now that I'm looking at that. Okay, good to know. If you guys notice right here, the door starts off that corner there, then it's 2 studs in. Right there, that's just straight off the corner, so I need to fix that. And another thing while I have it, I found 4 of these 1x1s in light bluish gray. So these are for the corners, as you can see there. And then I use these 2x2s corner pieces on the front hand corners for the wedges. So I was just going to show that. So these 2 are for that plate there. And I kind of did, I don't know if I showed kind of the interiors of the bunkers, but that's kind of what they're looking at like for now. Obviously, there'll be more detail put in later. And then also, I took a bunch of tiles, put them in here. What I'm doing right here is I want to merge this tan and then kind of put some rubble, put some like 1x1s, you know, like this and whatnot, make it look kind of beat up and whatnot and destroyed. And then obviously in there, I have a bunch of these 1x4s. I actually ordered way more than I need, but I don't want to put those in there because it'll mess up kind of the flow of every 2 studs there being a line. So I need to order more 1x2 tiles in light bluish gray. I ran out. I didn't have a whole lot of them, and as you can see, I also need a bunch. You can see a bunch of spots that I need those. So I'm gonna order probably like, I really don't need a whole lot. I could get away with probably like 30, but I'm probably gonna order 100 just to have them on hand as far as detailing goes for these bunkers as well. And then I'm gonna try to work on making this a smooth transition. It's really hard to explain what I want this to be. I think some of you guys get it, but I gotta just kind of build off of it. So what I'm going to work on now is I'm going to get this detailing done. That's kind of my main goal. And then I might try to work on some of the detailing right here. And one thing I did want to do a poll or just ask you guys in the comments, what kind of structures do you guys think I should put back here? I don't really have too much room to put houses, but I want to know what kind of structures. So leave that in the comments down below. Message me on Instagram, whatever you guys need to do. Shoot me a message on Twitter. Do whatever you guys need, but I need some ideas for what I should put along back there because I just don't want to do a bunch of detailing. That would get kind of boring. Also, I totally glazed over. There's a blank spot right there, and the reason for that is I'm doing like a little trail, so the detailing will stop here, and there'll be kind of a clear path just off into the distance, and we'll have some German soldiers like running up, bringing ammo to the bunker and whatnot. So that's kind of my idea as far as that goes. I'm going to continue working on this detailing back there, and if I have time, I might revise some of this detailing back here to make it look a little bit better. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright guys, we're going to be picking the winner from episode 19 of building D-Day and Legos. So let's do this here. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Hug Wilczek. So excited for what it looks like when it'll be finished. guess what? You are the winner. So make sure you personal message me here on YouTube with your full name, full address, all that good stuff, and I can get that prize out to you. I believe it was a anti-tank grenade, so I need to double check with that, but make sure you personal message me and I can get that out to you. Alright guys, that's going to do it for episode 20 of Building D-Day and Lego. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave me some feedback down in the comments down below. Also, make sure you guys give me some feedback as to what you think I should put for structures back there. I need some feedback so I can start ordering parts and thinking about that. One thing I do want to do for next week's episode is clear off all the parts that I don't need and clean everything up. Like for example, I'm done with filler bricks, so I don't know why this bin's still out here. So, because we need to start thinking about the beach, because the beach is it's pretty much done, like the bare basics of it, but we still have like all the detailing. We got vehicles and whatnot and some other obstacles that I want to build, so we need to start thinking about that. And right now with the beach being kind of covered up, you kind of forget about that, so I need to be able to see it so I can start thinking about it. So that's something I'm going to do for next week's episode. Hopefully by next week's episode we'll have some ideas as far as what we want to put for structures in the back there. And then also I'm going to be making some orders for some 1x2s in light bluish gray, some other light bluish gray detailing pieces. Like I'm out of 1x1s. Those are very critical for detailing around the bunkers. And then I'm also running low on these olive green grass stalks, so I need to order some more of those. So that's what I'm going to be doing right after this episode goes up. I'm going to be making some BrickLink orders, and I'm going to start clearing this mock out. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you have the chance to win that prize in next week's episode. Check out last week's episode 19 right here. Check out the complete playlist for all the episodes up to this point right there, and make sure you guys subscribe. Click right there so you don't miss another episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great and fantastic day.